Okay, we are live. We are live. Okay, good evening, sir. I can see you. Um, if you can hear me, can you respond 111? Okay, if you can hear me, kindly type 111. Let me be sure that you're getting me. Okay, I can see you, Mr. Humble. I don't know, it's Mr. Ashit the Humble. Ashit the Humble. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I can see you. Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you. I can see you. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. By 8:30 p.m. we would start immediately. All right. So thank you so much. I celebrate you for being here today. So we have barely 45 seconds more and we are live with the training. I believe others would see and then they would join, or probably they'll catch up with the replay. All right. So today, without we aren't going to waste much time, we'll start. I think we gave them enough grace yesterday, and then anybody that wishes to be here ought to have been here. But then thank God we have the replay. So anybody that does not catch up with the replay, with the live section, would catch up with the replay. All right. So thank you. Okay, so it's 8:30 exactly, right? So if you can still hear me, sir, kindly type 222 so that you can confirm that you can hear me loud and clear. And then if my visuals is okay, you can still type 222 so that I can confirm and get the go ahead to continue with the training. All right, so I'm waiting to see 222 and then we'll begin the training immediately. Okay, that's great. I can see you think that's enough confirmation already. So let's begin with the training without wasting much time because I'm somebody that loves keeping to time. So since I gave a grace yesterday and then it's as if such incidents want to repeat itself again, I wouldn't allow that to be because if I begin to lay down my standards because of at this early stage, I wonder what would happen when the training begins to go hot, hot, hot. So that's waiting for any other person. Those that want to join would actually find the link in the group chat. All right. So we're just going to begin immediately. And like I said, today is just going to be more of an introductory section where I'm just going to communicate with you the core values on welcome you into the mentorship section. Because trust me, guys, I actually took my time to prepare the curriculum of this session to ensure that since you wanted to learn cryptocurrency, since you have the key intentions to learn cryptocurrency, I want to make that a reality. Now, aside from just make you to learn cryptocurrency, I want to make you to learn cryptocurrency in such a way that you can consistently and independently trade your way to profit. Because trust me, we have a lot of people that trade cryptocurrency, but most of them are not independent traders. All right. So my intention here is to ensure that as I'm done mentoring you guys, like I said, it's going to be like a lifetime access. You're going to have access to me for what? For life. And then you're going to get all you need in order for you to profit independently and consistently. So even if I'm not there or I'm there, you're going to learn how to profit from the crypto market. All right. So without any further ado, let's get properly into what I have today. All right. So I have my book here. So I'm going to be reading everything I'm going to be saying. I already have it penned down here so that I'll be able to direct whatever I'm going to be saying. Let me not just go and talk out of context. All right. So maybe in case you see me moving my eyes, I'm trying to get to understand what I'm supposed to say so that I don't just keep us here waiting. All right. So in today's training, we're going to basically be receiving just three things. I'm going to be giving you guys the welcome speech. Aside from the welcome speech, you're also going to be getting exposed to the core values of this mentorship section. That is the rules that bind our operation here. And then lastly, you're going to be getting the requirement of this training. All right. Now, the idea of all these things is to guide you guys so that by the time we start doing this training, nothing should be new to you guys. Are we together? So if you're ready for this, can you type yes in the comment section so that we can fire? Let me just see a yes or a fireball. Just indicate in the comment section. Let me know that you're with me. All right. I can see we have three people now. So just indicate in the comment section. Let me know you're with me, and then we'll proceed hot, hot, hot. So just type yes in the comment section. Let me know you're with me. Okay. I have my eyes on the comment section. Okay. Okay, Mr. Shiny. Thank you. I can see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. So one more yes, and then would proceed immediately. All right. I'm waiting for one more yes. Great, Mr. Boniface, you're welcome. I can see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get on. So first on our list is the welcome speech. All right. So the welcome speech is as simple as telling you congratulations and welcome into this mentorship section. Like I said earlier, the idea and the intention of this mentorship section or this crypto training is to ensure that you become a consistently profitable trader. In the sense that even if I'm there or I'm not there, in fact, you can just go into the crypto market on your own and still make profit. That is the idea of this particular trading. Nothing more, nothing less. Any other thing you're going to be getting is more like a bonus, a side. Should I call it an appetizer now you get? But then the ideal behind this training is to ensure that you become a consistently. Why I'm emphasizing this is because so that you have it that stick at the back of your mind. I don't want a situation whereby tomorrow now maybe when maybe I'm busy, you be telling them that so I'm not getting signals. Like that is not what I want. I want a situation where if I'm there or I'm not there, you can be able to profit on your own. So that is just it. Congratulations once again and welcome to this training. So that is all for the welcome speech. Like I said, I'm not the kind of person that loves talking. In as much as I'm somebody that enjoys talking, I want this training to be as brief as anything so that everybody can get the ideal intentions of this training. All right. So the next on my list here is the core values of this training. Now, I have about 6 core values that is going to guide our operation in this particular training. Get 6 core values, and then I'm going to be explaining each of these core values so you can know and learn how to abide by them, because every school, like we all know, have their guiding principles. All right, so and then if you do not really understand the guiding principles for each of these schools, you might end up going against the rules without even knowing. Get so it's very, very proper that before we start this training, I call attention to the fact that these are the rules guiding the operation of this mentorship section, so you adhere to them and see how you can work with them, because when you don't work with them, there is no how you're going to get your desired result. All right, so I need you to pay attention to these core values and see how you can how should I cut now, adjust whatever you're going to do to ensure that you get the most out of this training. All right, so the first core value we have is excellence. Now, if you know what core value means, it's just like the pillars for which this mentorship is standing upon. Number one is excellence. Anything I want to do here is to ensure that you become an expert crypto trader, a master in the field of crypto trading. All right, so excellence is my core value. In fact, it is the number one value I have here. Anything aside excellence, I don't want it here. I don't want a situation whereby you'll be done with the training and then when somebody asks you, please, oh, help me do this on Binance, you want to scratch your head. No, I don't want a situation like that. I want a situation whereby even when you wake up from your sleep, you can be able to trade cryptocurrency. You can be able to attend or answer any questions pertaining cryptocurrency. Altogether, like that is the essence for which I want this training to be built upon. I don't want, that, like, of recent now, somebody DM'd me and then he was asking me some questions on cryptocurrency, and then I was responding to the guy, and then I told the guy, I don't understand how come you don't know all of these things. Like, the person was claiming to be a crypto trader, he was claiming to be on his bio, you see expert crypto trader, crypto enthusiast, and all of those big words. And then when I began to ask him, he told me that not that he just like practical, as in he was giving me some silly excuse. Now I understood that it was not really his fault, rather the fault of the person that taught him. The person did not really emphasize some certain principles to him. That is why I'm calling attention to the fact that I want you guys to be the best, and then there is no how I can achieve that if you don't really give me your attention. All right, so I want you guys to understand that the first core value for which this mentorship session is built upon is excellence. I want you guys to be good in this thing called what? Crypto trading. All right, so the next core value I have on my list here is team spirit. Team spirit. Now, let me tell you why team spirit is important and how I started exhibiting team spirits. From yesterday, we were supposed to have this training yesterday by 8 p.m. Sorry, but then I discovered that a bulk of the participants for the training are not available. Now, what did I do in that particular case? Did I just allow them to go? No. I understood that if they are not here, there is no how we can move together. What is the idea of team spirit? Team spirit is an idea of that spirit, that spirit of sportsmanship. Let us be together. That spirit of togetherness. See, let me call it. Let me tell you why this cover is very, very important. See, in cryptocurrency bar, you cannot succeed on your own. You need an environment of crypto enthusiasts who are focused for you to be able to succeed in this industry. Nobody can succeed on his own. That is just the honest truth. And if you look at one of the bonuses I'm going to be releasing to you at the end of today, is some of the groups you can join, and then so that you can start seeing what other people are saying about cryptocurrency. That way you can get encouraged. Now, by the time you discover that you're the only one that is learning cryptocurrency in your locality, you feel alone. And then you know what emptiness, like, you just feel as if you begin to ask yourself, this cryptocurrency I'm doing self, I trust that the correct thing. Why? Because you're the only one that seems to be doing it. But by the time you have this spirit of sportsmanship behind it, this spirit of team spirit, trust me, if you have any question, you can come to this group chat, you can come to your fellow member here, and then you can relate to them. That way you build your conviction. That is why I'm saying one of the core values for which this mentorship training is standing upon is team spirit. Trust me, guys, I'm building something at this particular moment. I'm building a company, and that company is going to be fully operated on the blockchain. I know that I cannot really operate that particular company on my own. And then we know the way the world is now. You cannot just go and trust your ideas or your information to somebody else without really knowing the person. That is why I'm scared of taking this idea now to the outside world. But by the time we are done with this mentorship session now, and then I say, okay, you guys are good, and then you guys have understood this cryptocurrency, which I'm believing you guys would understand, then we can work together in synergy. Now, it's not just going to be the mentorship and mentee and mentor relationship. No, this is just going to be like business partners now. That is the idea of team spirit. I want to train you guys and teach you guys this cryptocurrency stuff so that tomorrow now we can join forces together to create a formidable association, and then we're going to create huge solutions to this crypto industry. I want you guys to see each and every one of you as your brother. Forget I'm the one teaching here, but I want you to see me as your brother. See me like somebody that you can come to any day and ask questions, and then I'll respond to you. That as simple as that. If the team spirit is not here, trust me, learning would not be fun. The essence for me to cut down my mentorship session to just 10 people was because I want everybody there to feel along. I want to carry everybody along. I want everybody to feel connected to that spirit of brotherhood. And then until you make deliberate attempt to ensure that that team spirit is built, it is not going to be built. And then that is why I'm calling your attention on this first day, that you need to see how you can develop effective team spirit amongst yourself. We are 8 in that particular group chat. By the time we'll be done with the mentorship, that's the life training and everything, I expect each and every one of you to know to a certain amount of level that each and everybody in that particular group chat. For example, now you're going to know my name. My name is Opera. You're going to know my name as Opera. You're going to know what I love doing. Probably I love trading cryptocurrency. You're going to know certain things about me. That way, I begin to feel that brotherly connection between me and you. And that is what I want us to do. That's what I want us to achieve here. I want this thing to be like a family, and that is why I'm emphasizing team spirit as one of my core values. If you're getting me, please type just type 111 in the comment section again, so I'll just understand that okay, you're following me. I have my eyes there, so Mr. Boniface, I can see your fireballs. Thank you. If you're getting me, type 111. Before we continue, if you're getting me, just type 111 so that I will know okay, you're with me, and then we can proceed. Okay, I have my eyes on the comment section. Something. All right, go to it. Okay, nice one, Mr. Godwin. I can see you. Thank you. So that is enough confirmation for me already. I just wanted to make sure that you guys are listening to what I am saying. All right. So that is just the second core values I have here: team spirit. See yourself as brothers. See yourself as allies. Because tomorrow, I am telling you the honest truth. A time would come where I will need people to do or to carry out massive things in the crypto industry. I'm not speaking from a myopic point of view. If you look at me now, I'm someone that I carry so much energy, and then I want that energy to rub upon anybody that's coming to me to learn. Because tomorrow now, maybe I don't know if anybody knows about E.S.C.T. Just when we're done with this live session, just go on Facebook and type E.S.C.T, B-C-A-T. It's an acronym for Blockchain and Cryptocurrency Awareness Tour. Go and look at that, the massive things that idea was able to bet. I think was it last month? Okay, early this month, around 4th of June last week. This was this thing was that awareness tour was not really possible because of one person. It was a vision of multiple people. And that is the vision I want us to carry here, a vision of we're going to do great things in the industry. Aside from the money, there's something much more special. And for us to be able to achieve that specialty, we need to work together in unionism. Are we together? So that is exactly the kind of mentality I want to install in you guys now. A spirit of team. Like look at. I want you to look at a situation whereby tomorrow I can just place a call and say, okay, Mr. Godwin, Alpha, I want to organize this program. Alpha, are you game? You'd be like, you're a game, and then we would fund, each of us to send $10,000 to fund that particular program. That is the kind of spirit I want to build in you guys here. It might look as if it's just dreams, as if it's just visions here, but I tell you, if you hit to this particular words you're hearing today and then you work with them in the nearest future, whatever I'm saying here is going to come into realization. It all depends on how best you're able to agree with these core values of mine. That's it, team spirit. We've talked about excellence, we've talked about team spirit. Now, the next one I want to talk about is hard work. All right, the next one I want to talk about is hard work. Now, what is hard work? Now, hard work is just the normal hard work, the ability to put in your all. Like, you need to put in your all in this particular thing. Let me tell you one instance now. If you want to learn cryptocurrency, mastery does not come on the platter of gold. That is just the honest truth. Mastery does not come on the platter of gold. There are instances where a person will tell you, this thing, because I've paid this particular guy to teach me cryptocurrency, it's not supposed to be hard. That is a big lie. If you want to attain mastery, you need to pick it upon yourself to be responsible with your life. You need to put in that extra effort. Now, let me give an instance with the school now. You'd agree with me that anytime a teacher gives an assignment or anytime a teacher teaches in the class, the students that stand out as the best are those that go back and then do or apply an extra study hours. So if you want to be good in this particular training, if you want to get the most out of this training, understand that you need to be ready to put in the hard work. That's just it. Yeah, the hard work does not mean that I'm not saying you're going to go and carry block or you're going to go and dig foundation or do some kind of heavy or stay under the sun for long. No, that is not the kind of hard work I'm talking about here. The kind of hard work I'm talking about is ability to focus, be willing to commit to this particular course. Because if you're not willing to commit to this particular course, there's no how you're going to get the best out of this training. I can only do my own and teach you guys. If on your own part you're not willing to do the necessary thing, there's no how the training is going to make sense to you. Everything that I'm taught you will just be a waste. So hard work cannot be overemphasized in this particular training. I'm going to try as much as possible to bring information to you. It is on your own part now to apply the necessary effort to ensure that you get the most out of this training. Even till date, I was actually reading one particular book, like not really a book, like a website like that. I'm going to expose you guys to all of those materials sooner or later. And then I spent over like 4 hours reading about that thing. So I already know about this particular thing. But then there's a way I want the thing to, just imagine just when you wake up and then somebody calls you by your name, Godwin. Be like, it's my name. They easily recognize your name. That is how I want you guys. That was how why I was studying, was because I want to recognize some certain things like that. In the sense that once I just see those patterns occurring, I should not even think twice. I should know what they stand for. But then can I really get that? Can I really get to that level without mastery, without hard work? No. So that's why I'm putting in the effort. It's against my flesh. My flesh wants to sleep. My flesh wants to do other things that everybody are doing. But because I know, okay, I have a task to achieve at the end of the day, that is why I'm committing to the work, to doing the hard work, doing the behind the scene work. And that is what I want you to put in at the back of your mind too. As much as I'm going to teach you cryptocurrency, I want you to go on your own aspect and do extra. Yeah, you must not dedicate 16 hours, but then even if it's that an extra 1 hour, commit to it. Be dedicated to it, and then I tell you, if you can hit to this particular word, you're going to become a very, very good trader. Then you're going to make the most out of this training. All right. So the next one we have, the next core values you have, that is the fourth core value you have, is discipline. And this discipline is very, very important. Now, all of these core values I'm listing now are something that you must have been familiar with, all right? And then that is why I'm just calling them here, and to overlook these things, and then that is why they end up crumbling at the end of the day. But then I want to build a good foundation first. Now, why am I choosing discipline as a core value now? Now, the idea of discipline is this. Just like, let me give you a clear instance now. Let's assume, try and remember the first day you wanted to go to school, or probably if you have a kid or if you have a sibling, whichever the case, you'd understand that that particular time that they wanted to go to school, there was enthusiasm. Everybody was like, "Oh, I want to go to school. I want to go to school." That kind of happiness. If you can relate to that, please just drop an emoji in the comment section. Let me understand that you can relate to this illustration. That particular moment where they shall be like, "I want to go to school. I can't wait to be in school." That kind of joy. I want to go to school. If you can understand or if you can relate to this particular illustration now, just drop an emoji or a fireball in the chat section so that I understand that you're flowing with me. Now, that enthusiasm cannot be sustained forever. That is why after the child has gone to school the first day, second day, the next day you start crying, "Mommy, I don't want to go to school." Are we together? Like, in as much as the child knows that whatever he wants can only be gotten if he goes to school. But when the child starts, that particular enthusiasm he came on board with fades away. What will sustain you now, or what will sustain that child now, is the presence of a teacher, is the presence. What will sustain you is the presence of a teacher, or the punishment of the staff, or the commitment of that particular child, okay, or the discipline of that particular child. Now, since it's a child since it's a child that's going to primary school, you might say, and discipline might not really be playing the major role there. Maybe it's just the child's parents and the teachers that are kind of forcing the child. But then use yourself as an example. Now, let's assume you're in the university now. That particular time when you get admission now, that excitement, I've gotten admission. You're excited to tell everybody about it. The first day they say lecture is by 7 o'clock, you're already in school 6:30. That is because of what? The excitement. But along the line, you understand that excitement cannot be sustained. What then keeps you to go to school every day? What makes you to wake up every day and go to school? It is that discipline we are talking about. Because without discipline, you cannot really get everything done. Trust me, when I wanted to learn cryptocurrency, the energy was different from now. Then when I started, what was fueling my intentions was what was enthusiasm, that initial ginger. But at this particular moment now, what is keeping me in the industry is discipline. So I want to call attention to the fact that even as you've made peace with the fact that you want to learn cryptocurrency now, a time would come when body will tire you. I'm not saying that the training will be boring or something like that. No, but it's just normal. Your attention span will begin to be diverted. But then it's up to you now to understand the place of discipline. That is why I'm sounding it as a core value. That discipline needs to be put in place for you to get the most out of this training. when you begin to discover that, okay, your body system is no more responding as it ought to be, then employ the concept of discipline. Are we together? Employ the concept of what? Of discipline. Understand that you just have to do this thing. Since you have not gotten what you want, you need to discipline yourself to stay on course. You need to discipline yourself to attend trainings. You need to discipline yourself to watch videos. You need to discipline yourself to do all the assignment I'll be giving to you guys, because of course I'm going to be giving you guys assignments. But I cannot get all of those assignments done, or you cannot do all those assignments done if you refuse to discipline yourself. Now, let me give you an idea why this discipline is very, very important. Because when you're going to school, if without discipline, somebody is there to correct you, your teacher. Without discipline in the university, the lecturer is there to correct you by attendance. If you don't go there, they will penalize you. But then in this particular training now, I cannot come and flog you at your house. I cannot come and penalize you for something like that. So that is why it's very difficult, and it's up to you now to understand that you need discipline to survive in this crypto industry. Throughout the period of this training now, you need discipline to get the most out of this training. Because I'm not going to come there. Had even it was a physical class, every morning I'm going to call you while you're not in school. I'll be able to understand, okay, you're not in school, and then I can be able to say, okay, this is your punishment for not being here. But at this particular moment now, you have it's your choice. Now let's assume this was a school now. Do you think I would have punished some people for coming late to class? But because of it's up to you to understand the place of discipline in your journey to seek, or in your quest for mastery, you need to tell yourself that you must be disciplined, or else there's nothing for you. I understand why. I know why I'm emphasizing this particular point, because some people think maybe all this thing is just is something that they can just learn casually. No, you need to take this thing like a school. Take it like a course. Okay, if I don't do this thing, there's something at the end of the day. There's something I'm not going to get. Are you understanding me? So that is exactly what I want to inculcate or call your attention to, the fact that discipline is very, very important and very, very cardinal for your success in this particular training. Without discipline, we are going nowhere. That is just the honest truth. We're never going to achieve anything. Well, with discipline, we can achieve a lot of things. Now, at the course of the training, I'm going to be emphasizing and calling your attention to the point of discipline, because aside from just attending training, there are places where discipline plays a major role. It's not just coming to training. No, in practice, you need discipline. Are we together? In practice, you need discipline. In taking profits. In short, anything concerning cryptocurrency, you need discipline. So as much as I'm calling it here as a core value of this entire training, in your success for you to succeed in cryptocurrency, you need to develop a spirit of discipline on its own. Discipline is that important. All right. So that is just the fourth core value. The next core value I have is accountability. Accountability. If you can hear me, type accountability in the comment section. If you can hear me, just type, or if you're following me, type accountability in the comment section. All right. Just type accountability in the comment section. Let me know that you're getting me, if you can hear me. Okay, my eyes are on the comment section. Let me see. If you can hear me, just say accountability. Okay, let me see who is going to respond. All right. So now, what is accountability? You understand now? When we're talking about okay, yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I can see you. Now, what is accountability now? Accountability is your ability to say, okay, I need to look at, like, be my brother's keeper. That's just the best of accountability. Be your brother's keeper. Okay, thank you, Mr. Godwin. I can see you. You need to be your brother's keeper in this whole mentorship section. Now, do you know what I'm saying now? Let me give you an instance now why accountability is very, very important. Accountability goes hand in hand with what? With team spirits, with the team spirit I mentioned earlier now, in the sense that a time would come where I would expect you guys to hold hands with each other, because sometimes when you start, you get discouraged along the line. I know how many times I've got discouraged because of cryptocurrency, but then what brought me back on board, although I did not really have a lot of accountability partners around me, but then I had friends who were, okay, thank you, I'm still seeing, I had friends who understood where I was coming from, who understood the importance of cryptocurrency. So they kept on checking on me, say, Alpha, have you done this? Have you done that? That is what I want you guys to build upon. Accountability. Be accountable for yourself and then for each and every one person in this particular group. I want you guys to see yourself as people that, okay, tomorrow we have something to build. And then if you not really get this thing right here, how would you be a part of that big dream that we are working towards? For example, if I was not accountable to any of you here, I would have proceeded even if it was just one person in this particular training. But because I am accountable to each and every one of you, I had to wait, I had to postpone this to this class and give an opportunity today so that everybody is carried along. And then trust me, guys, you see this accountability software, I am going to be an accountability partner to you. I'm going to be on your neck. If it means me calling you, I would call you. This is because your mentorship is not meant to be sweet. Yeah, I know. Okay, if you're looking at now, let's drop this idea of age or anything like that. Now, I know that okay, yes, there are people that here that already what probably they're my elders. You understand? Yeah, you are my elder here. I expect that, but at this point in time now, what we're looking for is mastery. So I'm going to be on your neck. I'm going to be accountable to you, and then I'm going to ensure that I follow you back to back. I'm not going to use scale, but then I'll pressure your life, and then it's possible that you might even block my number. Because if I discover that you're not following or you're not paying attention to this particular training, or you are losing enthusiasm, I would call you and then I would torment your life. I would call and ask you, sir, why are you not attending training? What is the problem? That is just what me being accountable to you. Because if I'm not accountable to you, there is no how you'll be able to see. Do you know why accountability is very, very important? Because there are certain things that procrastination will make you lose out on. But then if I'm accountable to you, if I give you a task and then I ensure that okay, you see that task to the end, that is me being accountable to you. And that is something I'm going to ensure that I do. When I give assignments and you don't get assignment, I will call you, even if you are working, except you block my number. But I'll make sure that I hold you by the neck. Just ensure that you get this proper molding. That is me being accountable to you. And then I want you to be accountable to yourselves too. Initially, I wanted to appoint a class rep, but then I'm not going to appoint a class rep because the number is relatively small. All of us here can work hand in hand. Observe, anytime I give an assignment now, observe yourself. Look at, okay, this person, he's not really getting this thing right every time. See how you can go to his DM and explain things to him. Like we have in our schools, there are instances where the teacher is going to give an assignment, probably or the teacher is going to teach, but then not everyone in the class will get what the teacher taught. It's a fellow student that will come and explain that particular topic until we get to understand it. That is student being accountable to themselves, and then that is what I want you guys to learn how to do here too. Be accountable to yourselves. Let's say I give an assignment, somebody brought somebody, you observe that there's a repeated frequency of maybe this person did not really get what he didn't really get this thing 3 times. Number one, he didn't get it. Maybe the first assignment he didn't get it right. Second assignment he didn't get it right. Third assignment he didn't get it right. Take it upon yourself to ask that person, why are you not getting this thing? That is accountability. Because if you begin to do it like that, but learning is going to be easier and fun for you guys. See, accountability is something that's reciprocal. If you give it to me, I'll give it back to you. And then both of us, it's just like if we are growing and then we are holding each other by the hand and then we are growing. If one person is lagging, we ensure that, okay, before we move further, we hold that person by the hand and ensure that he advances with us. That is the kind of team spirit and accountability I want you guys to build here. A spirit whereby if everybody is at 100, let all of us be at 100. Not a situation whereby one person is going to be at 100, the other person is at 50. No, I don't want that kind of situation. If it means growing at a slow, like they say, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people. Be accountable with people that are around you today, because tomorrow there will be the people that you call and there will be the OGs you would invite to your house tomorrow. Or probably if you're in a big mess now, people and you need someone to just send you 100 billion. People from this group, if care is not taken, and people that will be a part of that, people that will give you that 100 million. I'm speaking this big because I understand what I've invested to ensure that you guys get the best out of this training. This is me on my own part, being accountable to myself and then being accountable to you too, to ensure that tomorrow, if you achieve what I want you guys to achieve, if you achieve that financial freedom, I can wake up 12 a.m., place a call to Mr. Boniface and say, Mr. Boniface, please, sir, I need 100 million. Can you send it to me? And without even asking, without even more money, he's going to say, okay, send your account number and then I'll get that 100 million. But then if I'm not accountable to his growth today, would I be able to call him tomorrow? No. So that is the spirit I want to build for you guys too. The spirit of accountability. Are we together? Please, if you're enjoying this section, I want you to drop a fire emoji in the comments. Let me know that you're getting this fire. I want this section to be as hot as anything so that you're able to understand whatever it is I'm trying to inculcate in you guys here. So that nobody will just feel as if he's left out. This training is going to be like I'm going to ensure that everybody holds his hand and they will move. And in soldier now, in the armed forces now, there's this training they normally do that if they want to go for war, right? No, okay, they're doing a training like this, and then there are 4 people in a particular group. Those 4 people, but they cannot promote if one person among that 4 people, they cannot promote to the next level if one person fails an assignment. the commander would repeat all the 4 people. So before they were able to move, okay, thank you, Mr. Godwin. Before they were able to move to the next level now, before they were able to move to the next level, they must make sure that all of them pass that particular test. And that is what I want for you guys now. All of you need to pass that particular, see that you become so much accountable that as you are growing, we grow together. Even if not at the same pace, but at least at an almost the same pace. That is the kind of mentality I want for you guys now. This is just an introductory section. Don't worry, the main training is going to be fire. I'm going to I'll break down everything for cryptocurrency so that you guys can understand this particular industry. Cryptocurrency know how to, but then if you give me your attention, if you give me your all more, I'll make sure that people get the best out of this cryptocurrency market. All right. So the next on the final core values I have here is punctuality. Punctuality is very, very important. Okay, so thank you. Punctuality is very, very important. I cannot really overemphasize punctuality, but trust me, guys, I'm the person. I know I used to come when I was secondary. I used to go to school late. I'm a perpetual late comer. But at this point in time, I understand the value of time, and that is why if I say our class is starting by 8:30, even if it is only me, I will start the training by 8:30. So far as you guys don't want to come, anytime people come and join me, fine. If you don't come, I'll send you the replay. Let it be like I am holding or standing up to that particular value. Because punctuality is very, very important. Now, this punctuality is not just, see, all this time I'm saying here now, but they look as if they are the core values. Yeah, the core value is quite right. But in the long run, they're going to help you to understand this cryptocurrency thing very, very well. Because see this punctuality, I can give you let me use cryptocurrency, I can give you a signal. If you're not punctual to enter that signal, you'd end up missing. I understanding it. So punctuality is not just restricted to this training, it is encompassing to everything around cryptocurrency. So if you want to get the most out of this training, ensure that you're punctual. If I give an assignment, be punctual in submitting it. If I say, okay, we have a training by so time, be punctual in attending. I know you have your schedules. If you have your schedules, do well to inform others, okay, you would not be around. Okay, let's assume that, okay, 3 people have an appointment, then nobody agrees to talk. Let's say, okay, we schedule the class for 8:30, and then 3 people have an appointment, or let's say 4 people have an appointment by 9 o'clock, by that same 8:30 now. But because of nobody refused to talk, nobody is going to know. And then I'll just come live around 8:30, and then people, I'll not see anybody. But then if you can come and tell me, okay, so I won't be able to be punctual because of this particular thing, guys, I'm not going to attend to the thing because of this particular thing. And then somehow, 2 other people say, me too, I have 1 or 2 engagement like that. The whole people can agree that, okay, we should shift the time to 9 o'clock. As simple as that. If only can understand the need of coming to notify us of why you might not be coming, why you might not be, or why you might come late. But then that is not just to overrule the fact that punctuality is very, very important. You need to always come on time, right? So for the sake of, let me just recap the core values. I said number 1 is excellence, number 2 is team spirit, number 3 is hard work, number 4 is discipline, number 5 is accountability, and number 6 is punctuality. I don't need to say much about punctuality because I know that we all know what punctuality is, all right? So we're just 30 minutes into the training. I'm trying to make sure that this thing does not reach 1 hour, all right? So we're going to be done very, very shortly because we're going to the last section of today's segment, all right? So the last thing we're going to be talking about today is the requirements for this training. Okay, we have talked about the welcome speech where I welcome and introduce you guys to this training. And now we've talked about the core values. And the next we're going to be talking about here is the requirements for the training. By requirement, I mean what do you need to have in order for you to get the most out of this training? Like I love using school because I have joy in calling myself a crypto teacher. So as a crypto teacher, I teach in the classroom, but then my classroom happens to be online. You get, so that's by the way, Shannon. Just like a class now, you agree with me that a student cannot just go to school like that and expect to get the best out of that training. No, the student must have his notebook, the student must have his biro, the student must have, there are certain criteria you must put in place in order for you to get the most out of any form of education. And that is why for this mentorship section, for this training, I have a list of my criteria that you need to have. Now, along the line, you're going to understand why this criteria is very, very important, because these requirements are very, very important because they're going to help you. The idea is to help you, not really to help me. Because I've gone through the course. I was not privileged to have somebody tell and speak or introduce me to all of these things at first. So I had to learn them by trial and error. After I started saying, okay, I began to observe what other people are doing and then I was not doing. And then those are the things that were making me to lose. So the moment I got the idea of all those things, then I stopped doing them and started imbibing the new things. So I'm calling them to attention. So you'll be able to be prepared and get the most out of this. This training is a world-class training. Forget that's what they do. Like, it's a world-class training, and then I want you guys to really get the best out of this training. All right. So now, what is the first requirement we have? We have just two requirements here. Number one is your notebook. Number one is your notebook. Now, what I mean by notebook, now, if you let me, this is number one. I have one notebook here. This is my trade journal. This is number three. This is my diary. I understand. Like, I have, if you look at my desk here, it's scattered with tables, with books. I mean, that's because of what? At any point in time, there are certain ideas that you get that if you say, Kai, I will come back and watch replay, that rema will leave your head. But because of you want to remember it at that particular moment, it is advisable that once you're getting rema, get a notebook and write down your information. Write down how you feel at that particular point in time. Because trust me, guys, in as much as I'm going to be doing a lot of practicals in this particular session, you need to write. You need to write. See, understand that this thing is a classroom. If you're learning anything, you must not write in fine handwriting, even if it's shortcuts, write it like that. Ensure that you're writing down something. Because there's this thing about writing. Let me give an instance now. If you're in class now, you'd agree with me that whenever the teacher is teaching and then you happen to be taking notes, that particular concept tends to stick better in your head than when you're not taking notes. Yes, sometimes you might remember some things, but you cannot remember everything. Your brain is not a computer. It's human nature to forget. Even though there will be replay, it is wise for you to note down things. Now, you're going to be having two books now. The first book you're going to be having is a trade journal. It's a journal now. I'm going to explain to you what a journal is. A journal is where you're going to be recording everything about your trading activity. That is where although that one's going to be, the time would come for that particular one. So at this particular moment, I'm just notifying about so that you can start making preparations for it. But then have it at the back of your mind that you need a trade journal. It's more like a diary. Maybe like look at my own. My own is see how fast it is. So that it's new. I've never written anything inside. Understand? So it's new. I just bought it the day that's yesterday. I bought it yesterday to ensure that I start journaling my trades afresh. I already have one before, but then I didn't like that one, so I had to get a new one that is big because I'm going to be recording trade, and this is going to do me at least almost all through the year. I should be using this particular journal. So that in case maybe I take a trade, don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to record a trade very well. It's part of all the whole training session. I'm just saying these are part of the requirements you just did now. So trade journal is going to help you see. Let me not unveil the whole package now. But then one of the criteria you need to have is your trade journal. And then the next book you go to have is your notes. Your notebook, for example, now I'm reading the instruction of this particular training now from a notebook now. Understand? So you need to have your notebook. So as I'm communicating the value, you're noting them down. Okay, so I'm communicating the value, you're noting them down. That is one of the requirements for this particular training. I know why I'm officers. Now, look at my notebook. Look how this book has stayed for almost how many months, but look how neat it is. I wrapped it with sellotape. If you can see it shining, I wrapped it with sellotape to ensure that it doesn't get stained. Cryptocurrency is going to give me financial freedom. I cannot afford to be using a jotter for it. No. Cryptocurrency is going to change my life. I cannot afford to be using a piece of paper for it. No. I need to give it quality time because I want quality money to come out of it. Understand? So if you want quality money to come out from cryptocurrency, give it quality attention. All right. So the next criteria I go to have now is that you must submit my test and assignment. I'm going to be giving test and assignment, and then you must submit it. No, it's not optional. It is mandatory because that is how I'll be able to measure the fact that you're progressing in whatever I'm teaching you here. These are just my two criteria. You know, in school, some lecturers say, if I give you an assignment, if I don't submit, I'm not going to penalize you. Yeah, I might not be able to penalize you here. But like I said, I'm going to be accountable and ensure that you submit my assignments. The assignments are going to be very, very easy. And then the way you submit the assignment is even going to be written in your notes. You get, it's just going to be very, very simple assignments. Some of them, you might just type them on the group chat and then that is all. But those ones that require maybe illustration for you to just sketch one or two things like that, because at the point in time whereby I'll start teaching and then it will require you to sketch one or two graphs like that. So I'm going to tell you, okay, help me sketch this particular thing. And then how do you submit the assignment now? You're going to write it in your notes and probably you're going to take a snapshot. You mustn't be clear. So if your camera is not even clear, that's not a problem. My own is just that snap it to me and send it on the group chat. That is the next criteria, the second criteria for me. You must submit your test and assignment. And of course, I said there are going to be tests, there's going to be assignment, there's going to be examination. I'm not just teaching you cryptocurrency just for you to just know how to make money in cryptocurrency via trading. No, I want to teach you the business of cryptocurrency. So there are certain points whereby we're going to do some advanced, it's going to be like an advanced kind of assessment, whereby you're going to show me that you actually understand what I'm doing. Because it's one thing for you to just write and then it's one thing for you to practice, to know how to do it very well. There's one thing that is head knowledge and then there's one thing to technical know-how. Most people have head knowledge, but they don't really have technical know-how. So my own expert now, I'm going to test whether you have the technical know-how, and then I'm also going to test if you have the head knowledge. So in both aspects, I'm going to give you what test. All right. So that being said, that is all I have for this introductory section. I told you guys it's going to be very, very brief. I don't intend to waste anybody's time here. So if you got any value today, if you enjoyed what you're getting today, I want you to drop some fireballs in the comment section. Let me see some fireballs in the comment section. If you got value today, if you enjoyed what you're getting today, let me get some fireballs or some drop some comments. Let me understand that you're flowing with me in the comment section. All right. My eyes are on the comment section. Drop the okay. Okay, drop your okay. My eyes are on the comment section. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, I think I missed out on one particular thing. Okay, nice one, Mr. Godwin. Nice one, Mr. Godwin. I think I missed out on one particular thing. Let me just recap. Now, one of the modes of which is going to be really brief. One of the modes for which this training is going to be operated is this. Nice one, sir. I can see you. I can see you. Welcome. Thank you. Okay. Now, one of the things that I missed out on is this: the mode of the way in which this training is going to be organized. Now, I understand that some of you here have a very tight working schedules. I understand that very, very well, because some of you asked me the question that, hope with your tight schedule you can benefit from this particular training, and then I said yes, you can benefit from it. So now, what are these strategies I'm going to put in place to ensure that you benefit from this training? Now, there are 3 strategies I'm going to put in place that are or already put in place to ensure that this training is flexible to you. Yeah, let me use that word. It's flexible to you. Now, what is that? What are these 3 criteria I put in place now? Number 1 is the flexible time. Trust me, guys, I'm not this kind of person that's rigid. If it's 1 minute to our training, and then you guys told me that you're not ready for the class, or maybe the majority, because I always work with majority, and then the majority of the students tell me that, so I'm not ready for this class, can you postpone it? If the majority of the class says yes, I will postpone it, just because I want you guys to get the best out of this training. So there's a flexible time. So maybe let's say in one particular day, and then you feel okay, you're tired. If you're tired, and then you know that okay, at that particular moment you don't gas out completely, you know, go feel understand what thing happen for class, come to a group chat and then see how you could talk. That is the idea of team spirit and accountability. If you can talk to your mates, say, guys, have fun. Just not, it's not as if you're imposing it on them, but just tell them that feel free to tell them, say, okay, this class, this one I don't tell her, if you attend, it's possible that other people are also tired, but because of nobody's willing to speak out, everybody will just come to class, and then if you be saying that class, now me go to speak to myself. You understand? So there's going to be flexible time. The time is not going to be rigid, in as much as we're going to be starting by 8:30 p.m. most often. If there's any point for us to adjust the timing, we would adjust it, right? So that is one of the criteria I'm putting in place. Then the second one I'm going to put in place is the training is going to be in 2 sections. We're going to have a live stream, and then we're going to have a pre-recorded version. Now the live stream is for you to get the live energy, the live ginger. I want to thank God that, okay, somebody said it was impactful. Thank you. Now, this is what I mean now. If you're in the live session, you're going to get the energy. You're going to feel from me directly. Understand? So, in as much as there's going to be a live session, there's also going to be a pre-recorded version, in the sense that this particular video now, I'm going to record it and send it on the group chat too, so that anytime, any day, you can come on board and watch it. So let's assume that, okay, one day you were very tired, and then you came on board, and maybe your head was banging, you cannot really understand the training. You can then go back probably at your leisure time, and then you can watch the replay and still get the same value. Although you might miss out on the energy there, you understand, but the value is still going to be undiluted. So that is one of the flexibility I'm bringing into this training. 1, the timing is going to be flexible. Number 2, it's going to be a live session and a pre-recorded version. So that is why I say, even if I'm the only one that is speaking, I'll just speak. So first, I'm going to send you guys the recorded version. Fine. So I'm going to just send the recorded version to you guys. And then, of course, sometimes maybe when we're teaching, and then I discover that, okay, the concept is kind of difficult to understand, I might do some screen recording and then send to you guys, whichever the case may be. I'm going to ensure that I provide for you guys adequate resources to ensure that you get the most out of this particular training. All right, so that is just the next one. Then the last flexibility, the last factor that I put into consideration is the fact that most of this training is going to be organized on a mobile phone. Now, why am I emphasizing this particular point now? I understand that some of you here are the working class, some of you have kind of busy schedules, and then if I want to be using laptop now, your mind might begin to tell that if I don't get laptop, I no go fit make money from this cryptocurrency. That was the idea I had at first, because the person that taught me cryptocurrency was using a laptop. Understand? In as much as I have a laptop here, I can use a laptop here. But then I understood that, okay, I'm trying to make this learning flexible for you guys now. And then I understand that if I begin to use a laptop now, tomorrow you might want to practice, but then you might be at work. Would you just start moving your laptop to start saying you want to practice cryptocurrency? No. Yeah, it might want to move it, but then it might not be convenient for you. That's why I thought about it, and I said, okay, since me, I use my phone 97% of the time to trade, and then I'm still good at it. You understand? So that is why I'm going to ensure that, okay, what I'm doing here is going to be done on the mobile phone. If need be, I want you to guys to go on the group chat. If need be, you can tell me, okay, so at this particular point, you want something, and then maybe if you want us to use a laptop, you can still suggest, and then I'll use a laptop. But then why I'm bringing in the phone issues, because I'm considering the fact that with phone you're going to be more at ease learning. Like this particular session now, we're all using our mobile phone to view it. I don't know if anybody's using any laptop, but I believe we're all using our mobile phone to view it. So that is one of the flexibility I'm bringing on PON. So that tomorrow, even if you're in a bus park and then you want to just practice, maybe you learn one small technical analysis stuff and then you want to practice, you don't need to start discomforting yourself trying to bring out a laptop. No, with your mobile phone, you can do everything. So that is the three major criteria I put into consideration to ensure that this training is flexible, is flexible enough to accommodate your kind of hustle. Yeah, so even if you work at the bank, maybe just go to the cafeteria to eat, you can just pull out your phone and then conduct one or two analysis and then get what you're looking for, and then you still get maximum value. And then again, it's easier now if you learn how to conduct analysis on your phone. It's easier for you to put that energy back on the system. That's maybe when you like, for example, now let's say I learn technical analysis on my phone. If I want to now put it on the system, it's easier for me to apply it on the system than when you learn from the system and then you want to use it on your phone. Are you getting it now? So that's just one of the things I'm bringing on board now. If it's something that interests you, I want you to let me know in the comment section. Just type awesome in the comment section. Yeah, type the word awesome in the comment section if these criteria are something that you feel are put into consideration because of you. I want you guys to get the most out of this training. So if you get what I'm trying to say now, if you understand the flexible nature of this training and then you like it, please type the word awesome in the comment section. My eyes are there. I'm looking. All right, so that's just it about this training you get. So the training is just why this training is a bit lengthy, because I'm trying to emphasize my core values and then the core values of this thing. But ideally, the training is not supposed to last that long. It's just going to be short. All right. So, okay, if you can get me. Nice one. Yeah, I love what I'm seeing here. Nice one. All right, thank you. That's nice. So yeah, now we have come to the end of this training. I don't know why I'm forgetting a lot of things here, but I just remembered one thing. Another flexible another criteria I'm going to put into place to ensure that this training is flexible is that all the trainings will be short, at most 30 minutes. Aside from today, all the training might be 30 minutes, 30 minutes max. Probably in cases where I need to explain more, I'll break the session and then postpone it to a different date. But I'm going to ensure that every training is 30 minutes, so that once you come back and then you're tired, you can just spare at least 30 minutes, watch the video, and then go back to sleep or go and get your rest. Understand? So that is the criteria I'm putting in place to ensure that this training is flexible. Number one, we have the timing is going to be flexible. Number two, it's going to be live stream and pre-recorded. Number three, you're going to have mobile phone presentation more often than laptop presentation. And then number four, we are going to have the timing is for the training is going to be short, at least 30 minutes for every duration, 30 minutes max. All right, so this brings us to the end of the training. I think we are just 6 minutes to having a 1 hour presentation. So if you enjoyed the training, I want you guys to just drop awesome before we take or go to the group chat and continue the discussion. So if you got value, just type drop on a fireball. Let's say that we'll drop a fireball. Let me know if you got value, and then we'll go on the group chat and continue the discussion. All right. So once I just get one fireball emoji, I'm going to end the meeting, and then we're going to go on the group chat and have our Q&A section. So if you have any question from today's presentation, I want you to go on the group chat, and then that is where we'll be having most of our discussions. All right. That's why I'm going to be answering most of the questions. This is just, don't worry. Maybe this presentation now we're going to have it in different means. We're going to either use Zoom, we're going to use Google Meet, we're going to use different platforms so that people can get a better experience. All right. So that is just by the way. So okay, I've gotten one fireball. Thank you, Mr. Godwin. Thank you. I see you. All right. So having said all of those things, I want to say today's training has officially come to a close. All right. So I'm rooting for you guys to go and digest all I just said now. If it means watching this training again, watch it again so that you're able to understand whatever this training is up to, understand that you've signed up for the best kind of training on cryptocurrency ever, right? So having said that, I will call this training a day. Thank you. See you guys. Bye-bye. Mr. C doesn't have fine. No issues, site. All right, site. All right, site. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so let's okay. Um okay. Okay. So I think that's all. Let me end the live stream. Okay. Let me end the live stream now. Yes.